Canadian architect Douglas Cardinal, who's best known for his curvilinear and organic designs, recently donated a substantial collection of material to Carleton University. The collection consists of more than 300 boxes of textual materials, 30,000 architectural drawings, and a wide array of electronic media and photographs related to Cardinal's career and personal life. A team of archivists, historians, and researchers at Carleton have been working together over the summer to process the collection and to develop new ways for the public to interact with the material. This video documents their thoughts about working on the Douglas Cardinal project.
Hello, my name is Erica Fagan, and so far this summer I've been mostly processing the collection. Today I hit box 207 of the smaller boxes, so it's very exciting. And I've also been blogging and tweeting and Facebooking about our activities. Yeah, so I want to check out how many boxes we have left now, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, be interesting to see, and how many more architectural boxes we have to tackle.
Yeah.
My name is John Rachan. I'm a summer student coordinator for the Douglas Cardinal Archive project. This summer, I'm overseeing students as they process through the collection. I'm also involved with the arrangement and description of the archive. One of the exciting features of this project has been the creation of live finding aids to open this collection up to the public. We made it live because within the first month, we were receiving requests for material.
Public History Master's student Kaylee Bradley helped to set up the social networking sites that Erica and John use regularly to share their archival finds online.
The process of actually going through these files and the stories that we're finding about them, these are usually processes that are invisible to the public.
You sort of have these ideas and these questions in your head, but you really keep them to yourself.
But if you make that process visible, making visible the stories you're trying to tell, the narratives you're trying to inscribe upon these objects, I think that's a far more participatory practice than just having it sit in an archive.
Themes of accessibility, of sharing authority in public history are things that are being reflected in processing this archive. We've seen a lot of archivists or a lot of architects or architectural firms who began following us on Twitter, and Twitter seems to be our most popular social media website. And we see with our blogging, with our tweeting, with our Facebooking, that we're getting the archive known out there, sort of thing. I wonder what those are.
Perhaps we can have a look.
Yeah.
The Mysteries of Douglas. Dawson
Creek.
The TV show?
I hope it has no relation to the TV show. I hope Douglas Cardinal did not succumb to that.
Native Housing Society.
So, the blog that you can see on our screen here is our official blog for the Douglas Cardinal project. And this blog allows the potential researcher to get a preview of the stories or the drawings or media files that are contained within the Douglas Cardinal collection. So it goes beyond the sort of series and sub-series that you can find in the live finding aid. So that is, I think, really cool.
I was certainly a bit nervous and shy to get my feet wet in the blogosphere, but it's been a really unique experience, and it's certainly allowed for more reflection.
The other really good thing about our blog is that it allows us, so John and I, to really voice our stories, our opinions about our archival finds. So whether we find something great or confusing or something weird or something funny, we're able to share it with everyone on the World Wide Web.
In early 2011, the offices of Douglas Cardinal Architects contacted Patty Harper, the head of archives and research collections in the library at Carleton University.
They had called me and wanted to walk through the process of what was involved in donating a collection to our archive. So I called Stephen Fye at the School of Architecture, and he and I went down to the Douglas Cardinal office, and immediately were just so excited about what we found. And Douglas himself took us on a tour of all the records and the documents, all the drawings, and explained to us what was there and the reason why they wanted to find a nice home for this material. It's interesting because a lot of people think that being an archivist, it's all, doing the reference requests and working with gloves, which we don't use, and working with great old documents, but they don't see the behind the scenes, which is the actual packing up a collection. And for me, I enjoy that part because you get to actually sometimes meet the people who've created these records and get to know them. You actually get to see where the records were, and that gives you an insight into the intrinsic nature of the records.
Every so often, I would see a shadow over on the side, and Douglas would poke his head in. And he would say, "Oh, so how's it going? What are you doing?" And he went over the whole sort of history of archival drawings, which I had no clue about. Douglas would talk about sort of his history, what he's done, where his career took him, all the interesting little nuances of a story that we, or at least I, would never get processing someone's records.
It wasn't easy to get the supplies to the office because downtown Ottawa in February has massive snowbanks and very limited parking. So to pull up and try and get all the boxes out of the back of my small Mazda 3 was not a fun experience. And we get into the building, and the only way to get the boxes down was kind of to slide them down the stairs like they were toboggans.
I might have put a hole in the wall.
And it took a month of this, like every day bringing more boxes. And these weren't archival boxes, but they're going to do the trick to get the material here.
They were well stocked, they were stacked, so it wasn't like we were digging through moldy, dusty, which is not uncommon for archives before.
Yeah, and some of them were huge rolls, and for those, we didn't really have time to take them apart. So we wrapped those with acid-free tissue paper as well as we could, multi-wrapped it, and then carried them out and laid them gently on top of the boxes out in the van to move those. And now we're disassembling them, putting them in proper archival boxes, which have since arrived.
Well, I'm David Dean, and I'm co-director of the Carleton Centre for Public History. And we were very excited when we heard from Paddy and Lloyd that the Cardinal collection would be coming to Carleton. It offers a huge number of opportunities for us here at Carleton to explore some interdisciplinary research and connections between a number of disciplines, obviously architecture, but also Aboriginal studies, political science, business, engineering, communications, and my own field of public history. What's so exciting about this collection is its range. From over 200 boxes of archival material, which traditionally is the major source for historians, we also have 30,000 plans. We have a lot of digital media as well. So the opportunity there is for students and faculty from a number of disciplines to come together to examine the collection and to tell the stories that can be told out of this collection. One of our ambitions for the project is that Paddy and I will be setting up a working group of faculty drawn from a variety of disciplines to coordinate this work over the next few years. We're especially excited because Douglas's work speaks to a very important range of social, political, cultural questions here in contemporary Canada.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to open up some of these boxes of plans that were never built, but he went through with the design phase of the project.
Absolutely. So while we found a lot of interesting things about Douglas Cardinal's professional career, archives can only tell us so much. Archives can't give us all the answers, and this is something that some historians struggle with.
My name is Elizabeth Parody. I'm a master's student in public history. I'm also the one behind the video camera for the Douglas Cardinal Archive project. This video is a test run for my interviews with Douglas, but it's also been a great opportunity for the collaborators of the project to reflect on how we're all implicated in adding new layers of meaning and transforming the collection as we process the material. Earlier this summer, we had a chance to meet Douglas Cardinal and explain to him what we were hoping to do with social media and digitization that would make his collection more interactive and accessible and meaningful to the public. Douglas is a natural storyteller, and as someone who has often been seen as a controversial figure, he's the first to admit that there's a lot more to his buildings than what the plans and documents might suggest. So we've actually been very fortunate that Douglas is excited about our project, and he's agreed to be filmed telling stories about the buildings that we've been reading about and looking at for months. Everyone had a lot to say about their experiences working on the Douglas Cardinal collection, most of which didn't fit into this clip. But the plan is to make the interviews that I'll do with Douglas, as well as this footage, available through the Carleton Center for Public History.
Do I know Douglas Cardinal? I would say that, I don't know, in ways I think I do. Looking around his boxes has sort of told me that Douglas Cardinal is a unique architect. He has produced incredible works of art. I would definitely agree with that. But Douglas Cardinal, like everyone else, is human. Before, he was just an architect I didn't know very much about. But now he has become more real to me and much more of a whole person. So I feel like I got an inside scoop of his life.